in the show. Oh, the
stream is live. Okay, good. I'm like looking, going, how do we know it's live? Hi, everybody. It's me and Anna Denning. We are so excited. This is our book, The Art of Manifesting, and we decided to do a live today. We're still #1 new release in creativity. We're so proud. But today, very specially, and we decided we were going to do a bunch of videos for the next while, blending oracle cards with our drawings. So Wisdom of the Oracle is 10 years old today. This is the deck I teach with. Ta-da! And actually, before Anna and I started working together, she had all my decks. So it was kind of fun that she was like, "Are you the Colette Baron-Reid?" I went, "Yes." And now we're dear friends and co-authors and having a ball. So,
can I just say something, please?
Yes.
I was going to say that I've been using Colette's decks for years, literally. Like almost them. This is just a small part of the massive bookshelf I have with the books and with the oracle decks. And they are used for everything. They actually can be used by psychologists, by counselors, by coaches. They're such a great tool. And I absolutely love them and adore them. And when Colette actually pronounced your name, I almost I fell off the chair because I've always been such a massive fan.
Well, she totally manifested me. And actually, that is, if you guys weren't at the event that we just had, we talked about how we met. And I had watched one because I was stuck in bed. I'd broken my foot, and I joined her membership because she's a really great teacher. She did all these like really cool art. You know, she's an art teacher as well as a neurographica coach and all these other things too. Like she does everything. So I was in there. And I was watching her one day talk about one of her drawings, and this is about my career. And I know I'm calling in. I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know who's entering my life, but I'm looking at her going like, it's me. It's like, wait a minute. So I'm like, I write her a note going, "Hi, I'm Colette Baron-Reid. I'm in your membership. And I think it's me that you're manifesting."
Oh my God! Can you please repeat your name? Almost.
Yeah, right. Yeah. She was like, "What's your name? Is that your name?" That was very funny. Anyway, who cares? This is all about you guys, not about us. But we just thought it would be fun for you to get to know us both as goofy co-authors of this fabulous new process, and we really want you guys to get it. So I'm going to pull 2 cards today. Really in commemoration of the 10-year anniversary of the deck. What I'm going to do is give you kind of like a mini, I hope the cards are going to be conducive to this, but really the question I'm asking is, what do we need to know to stay in alignment with our manifestation intentions, right? Because we all have intentions. And I'll tell you honestly, I mean, if any of you read my Substack, like I lost the plot myself on Saturday. The book just came out and I was all excited. And then I ended up going on Amazon and looking at numbers and reviews, and I can't stand myself when I do that. And I kind of, and we think like, sometimes it's so easy for us to second guess ourselves when we are in a manifestation mode and we want to see it now. And it may not be now, and we have to remember Spirit has a plan, not our plan, right? So I laugh because I did everything that I said not to do in the book on Saturday. Just for one day. Yeah. But I managed to get myself back in track, and it's normal because everybody does it. So when you doubt that, your manifestation is actually going to manifest, right? So let's pull 2 cards and find out, what does Spirit want all of you that are watching this to know about staying in alignment with your goals to manifest your intention. Now, manifestation is a co-creation, right? So we are in partnership with a spirit or higher power or conscious universe. And when we align ourselves with what it is that we want to see outpictured in our life, we focus on the feeling state and the experience and be grateful in advance. And that's let's see what the cards say. Okay, so, that's interesting. That's very good. So the first card I'm choosing is called Here and Now. And that's card number 32. And let me tell you what that means. Because we all manifest thinking about the future, that something is going to happen. But the key to manifestation is to hold space in the now as if it had already happened. That's one of the reasons why Anna and I created the gratitude bubbles, which we're going to show you how to do in a minute. But it's because we are grateful in advance right now, without having to see it in the flesh yet. We hold space now for the gratitude, for the experience, for all that is ours to experience. Thank you, universe. Thank you, God. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, whatever, higher power, whatever your language is. And to really, really claim that now, not later. So it's very different than goal setting, which is a linear way of looking down the road for something. This is, I have it now. So that's really, really important. And of course, the surrender piece. Now let's see what the second card is, which I'll talk about anyway, whether the card speaks to it or not. So remember, we choose our reality in the now. And that is actually, science tells us that we do that too, because everything that we're holding space for in our emotional body, whatever thoughts that we rehearse over and over with an elevated emotion, right? So if it's elevated, it means it's like a very positive emotion, but sometimes the elevation is actually to the negative, like where we're rehearsing our fear or rehearsing our chaos or we're rehearsing those things. And then we lose the plot. I rehearsed those things for an hour on Saturday and took 3 hours to get back on track. But it happens. All of us do that. Like there's no such thing as us getting this 100% every day. It does not. So we have to be very aware that, this is temporary. What do we really want to rehearse every day? What do we want to rehearse? And it's not just positive. It's just grateful for all the full catastrophe of life, right? So it's all of it. I'm grateful for my most painful experiences. I'll even go there. I'll say, thank you for everything that I have learned today. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for all that I am intending, but here it is now. So the next card, that's so good, is higher power.
Oh my goodness.
You can't make this up. You can't make this up. This is number 4. Wow. This is why I love these cards. So if we look at these two cards together, if we are affirming in the now that we are experiencing, that we are experiencing now this great gratitude, now the law of praise, right? Whatever we praise comes to pass. So then we have to surrender it to our higher power. We have to remember that we're in a partnership. We don't have the distribution timetable for whatever it is that we're calling in, nor the form. And it took me many years to understand that, right, Anna? Like sometimes the form shows up, but other times you didn't know it was me. You wanted to do a book. You talked about it in one of your videos. I was laughing. I'm like, tick, 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 right? And then, but you didn't know it would be me. You didn't know it would be Hay House. You didn't know.
I had no idea. And sometimes I was going to say, sometimes we're so fixated on the form it needs to come in that and sometimes, but we really need to let go, because sometimes the universe has a better plan for you. Sometimes whatever you're manifesting comes back to you in a much better, more perfect form and in the right time. Yeah. Because we are, but sometimes when we manifest, we just want something like tomorrow.
Yeah.
That particular shape, that particular color, and that particular price tag.
Right. But it gets to us when we're supposed to. The whole the higher power decides the form. So in the book, The Dynamic Laws of Prayer, Catherine Ponder, a Unity Church minister, and she wrote that book in the early 60s. It's one of my most favorite books on manifesting, talks about all the stuff that gets unearthed before the manifestation shows up in the outer world. So when we hold the space for all the beauty and all the, like peace, joy, ease, all the things, not toxic positivity. We have to really watch that, because that's not what we're talking about here. We're not bypassing everything. We're saying this and that is true. They both can hold space together, both looking at the chaos in the world, both recognizing there is suffering and contributing to the best of our ability, which is about also finding the best way to bring our best forward. So when we look at this whole process. Catherine Ponder talks about this thing called chemicalization, where the shit hits the fan basically before all the good stuff happens. Yeah. Right? I mean, I broke my foot. That's how I had to meet you. Yeah, literally, I got stuck in bed for 6 weeks and I was in so much pain. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm like, and because I was thinking that everything was going to come from my paintings. Now, obviously, Anna and I both do art and we make these big giant paintings and I sell my paintings, but I couldn't stand in front of a canvas. And I was so determined that it was going to come from there. And I got stuck in bed with the line art. So, right. And I'm like, oh, this thing that made me cancel some amazing opportunities. And I was so upset. And meanwhile, because I had to cancel, like going to Phoenix with Hay House and doing all these things, I got to meet you.
Indeed. Right? And if you didn't, it wouldn't have happened.
No, we would never have done this.
And for me as well, I was quite comfortable. I must admit, I had, a few years ago, I had quite a comfortable life. And I was just, I was doing things, but I didn't have my mindset on achieving kind of big things. And I had to go through certain challenges of my life in order to get here. And when it was all happening, as you are saying, chemicalization, and it looked like my whole world was breaking down around me and I had no idea where to go. Everything was going around in pieces, but it was necessary for me to get where I am now. And I'm so grateful.
Yeah, totally. Right. So this is us, we live this work. We really live it. And by the way, we have tested everything that we put in the book and we know it works. So it's just a matter that these pieces are so important. We are in the present moment. We are holding space for the feeling state now, which shifts brain plasticity, by the way, which we talk about all in the book. And if you haven't got the book yet, please get the book, The Art of Manifesting, and wherever books are sold, Amazon, wherever. But it really goes into the science behind it. So if anybody tells you it's woo-woo, you can quote it and say, absolutely not. There's science behind this. But we really do allow our whole nervous system comes back online. The anxiety goes away and our brain can then, the RAS, or the bouncer in the head, bouncer in your brain, can start looking for the thing that you're starting to rehearse, which is gratitude. So it's going, oh, they're very grateful. They have to look out. Well, let's take their eyeballs and now look over there and let's light up that runway to show these are the next steps that you need to take to get to where that experience actually is out pictured. But the more you rehearse it inside, the quicker it comes outside. And in the way that it's best for you. And yeah, there could be a detour. Like my detour was on Saturday with myself. Like, and I know people struggle with that. So important. There is no blame in this game. It takes the time it takes and spirit is in charge. Our job is to hold space for what we say we want in the now and hold space for the gratitude for all the gifts and blessings the universe has for us. Thank you. And then we see the out picture of that according to the form that spirit has in mind, even though we still can say, P.S., I want this form, but we still let it go. Well, this or something better. Like maybe, well, you surprise me as if, and yeah. So, okay. So let's do the actual drawing together. Yes. And Anna's going to open up her camera and show her hands, and I'm going to narrate, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this upright like this. Okay, perfect. So Anna, you want to swap your camera?
Yes, I'm just a second. It is
coming.
Let me know if you can.
Your hand is in the right spot, and it's a little angled. Yeah,
and I've got your
perfect
here.
So we know the 2 oracle cards. What did they tell us? Now let's actually do the process. So a lot of people see the line art, and there's many, you notice on the internet too, like so many of us are doing this different ways, for different purposes, but we're all doing something with the ancient techniques of circles and wavy lines. And that started 700,000 years BC, where we have pictures in the book of who the earliest people were that actually scribbled these things. And we have evidence that this is actually an ancient technique before spoken language. So first, we're going to activate this paper. And this sets us apart from any other kind of line art is how we prepare. The AM method is preparation. So why are we doing this? Now, and how we do it, we're going to rub our hands together. And I learned this in Qigong. Anna learned this in Tai Chi.
Yeah.
Robert Pang is an amazing teacher of Qigong. Even though my Reiki master, who I became a Reiki master 25 years ago or whatever, she taught me this, but then I learned it again from him, and it's amazing. So when you do this, you can make a ball of energy. So I want you to just watch with my hands. You see how Anna's doing hers over the paper. And I'm going to show you guys just how to do this in front of you, because I always do this in front of me first, okay? So you just go like this, and you'll notice I'm not really moving my hands a lot. And you're going to wait till, and actually very slowly, I'll even ask Anna to slow her hands down a bit. So until you start to feel a pressure. And if you don't, I start again and go like this. So you start small, right? And then you start letting your hands push out, because the energy in it is going to push it out. And that's your energy field that you've activated. But our intention, what's our intention for this? Because everything is based on intention. Okay. So what is this life force energy?
Oh my God, mine is gold.
I know, isn't it? I'm starting to get mine like a big ball. It's probably because both of us I'm actually sweating. Okay, guys, so you're probably feeling this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to push this energy onto the paper with the intention that this paper represents the universe, the energy of the universe. It's the symbol of the entire universe. And just let your hands hover above the paper, and you should feel tingly or heat. Like I feel actually kind of itchy. What do you feel, Anna?
Mine is tingling, and it is, I can see it. It's kind of gold color, and it's like, it's got like glitter inside.
We're glitter queens. Just so you know, too, if you have learned other styles of working with line art, we love glitter. There's lots of them don't allow you to put glitter. We like metallics and glitter. Okay, so here we go. So now this page is awake, and we look at it and we say, this is now a representation. So it's a symbol. It's symbolic. This is now sacred. This is the universe. Now we're going to take, if you have a pen or a pencil, we are going to make a dot. Many of you have seen me do this before. So I'm going to do a dot. Anna's drawing her dot. And I'll show you the size of my dot too. And you're going to stare at your dot. So I'll actually put my dot up in case you don't have a pen and you just wanted to come. I'm going to show you mine. So what I'd love you to do is stare at this dot of mine. Like Anna will look at hers, or stare at Anna's dot. If you don't have a pen and paper, if you do, I want you to do your own dot. I know we did this last minute. So we want you to see what you see around the dot, like what's happening. We can't see the comments, so we're gonna read your comments later, right? So you should see something. Like even me, I'm sneaking a peek at my own dot. So I see like a big giant light around it, and we actually say that in our book to say, "Let there be light," and then just allow your peripheral vision to see what comes up for you. Anna, what do you see around yours? I see gold.
It became kind of a sun. I can see like all the rays coming out, and then I can see other circles bigger and bigger around it.
And please add your comments in under the video so we can come and look at them and talk to you guys after, but we can't see them right now because we're doing it all through some weird thing. I don't know. Anyway.
My daughter's gone into three overlapping circles. It reminds me of one of the drawings in the book that we have.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. All right. But no, today we're just going to, so we want you to get this 2 steps. And now we're going to do the next step, which is to create a portal. So are you going to do a door, or are you going to do a circle?
I'm going to do a door.
Me too. I'm going to do, actually, I might do a circle. You do a door.
Yeah. Please don't portal. It doesn't need to be perfect.
So my portal is a circle, and I'll show it to you. And Anna's portal is a door.
A bit lopsided.
Yeah, right. And that's how it is. You guys do not need to be artists to do this. You just need to draw a bad circle or, like lines can be all over the place. This is not about how perfect you are. So here, I want to ask you a question. Is the dot in front of the circle, or do you step through? Now the dot represents your intention, right? So let that, and then decide what it means to you. Like, what is that intention? So for me, the intention is for me to remain grounded and steady, because I'm a 7 on the Enneagram. That's very hard. Grounded and steady as Anna and I go out and bring the book to lots of people. That's my goal. That's my intention, that I would feel that, and that I would have opportunities, which means people will help, people will be nice, or whatever, you know what I mean? It's that'll be, and then there's another intention, which I'm going to keep to myself. So sometimes it's not good to tell people your intention. So, right. So I have to step through the portal. So, right. So when we step through the portal, now, Anna, so everybody's stepping through your portal or my portal or their portal. Now we're going to draw something that represents the way we communicate with the universe. So we call these lines frequency lines, and they are constantly sending out, and in a weird kind of way. So we start with 4 and then we go to 8, and like, it's just nicer looking that way when you're kind of, and you make them wavy and they don't repeat, but you don't have any tension at all, have no tension. This is flow. You want to feel, I am talking to the universe. Wowza, here we go. I'm just letting my hand move. So I'm doing 8 lines, frequency lines. I don't know how many Anna's going to do, but it kind of looks like this. So that intention is being sent out to all the corners of the universe, right? That's how we have to think. We've stepped through the portal. This is the universe. We step through, we make the dot, we see the light. Now your mind cannot deny that that's what happened. Then we have our portal. Anna's is a door, mine is a circle. You step through that, and then we see how we are always broadcasting our intention. Now, if you rehearse anything, it becomes an intention that the universe acts upon. So that's what we have to remember. And it's proofs in the pudding. If we're really, really squirrely, if we get in our car, we're going to see the road rage people. When I'm in the Zen mode, I don't care how much traffic there is. There's always an opening. I can always go here. I can always go there. And you've had those experiences, right?
Indeed. Sometimes, as you say, it's if you're in a good mood, and if you're just driving, literally you have green light, green light, green light, green light. Mm-hmm. But if you're a bit, woke up, and I said, got up from the wrong foot.
Yes. And I actually noticed that on Saturday, like we kept getting into, and Mark was in a great mood, but I think I was kind of throwing us off, not for very long, but I even recognized it. I said, oh, wow, I need an attitude adjustment. So, and then it started. So if you notice, what we do is we also add a second line, and that's how the universe speaks back to us. We tell it and it talks to us. And what does it tell us? Well, it responds by showing us in the outer world the next step that we take through coincidence. So this is a representation of intentional synchronicity. You guys got that, right? So this is in every single one of our drawings and all through the book. If you get these steps, you will get, again, you should read the book, because just doing it this way won't give you the real depth of knowledge that you need, but it works. Now, how do we make this a living thing? I fell upon this before I met Anna, where I started doing this kind of art, but I would do these little gratitude bubbles, and I actually did it in a different way, but Anna and I came up with the name together. But I would just say, thank you, thank you, thank you, and I'll show you. And Anna will do hers. She'll find spots, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing with mine. So I'm going to say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just thank you for this intention going into the universe. Thank you, universe, for responding and showing me the form and each step that I need to take, because it is an action. We are acting in total faith and trust that the universe is in our corner and will deliver to us the path where we take the next right action towards this, because it's not given to us, not going to come knocking on our door. but the universe will arrange for us to have opportunity. Now, and that's really interesting because it is not determined by man-made restrictions, not determined whatsoever by that. What is determined is your expectation. And, because also you've seen what you've seen in the outer world, which tells you, well, I can't have that. It doesn't allow me to have that. But what if that was not true? So let me show you. We're going to do one circle, and then you're going to fill up yours. And so I'm going to show you one gratitude circle on the outside, and Anna's is on the inside.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll do one on the inside too.
I'll do one on the outside.
Okay, good. We'll each do one. And so I'm going to show you this. So see how I filled mine in? Doesn't that, if you looked at that right there, those little gratitude circles. Now that really you need to do on your own, relaxed, right? You just keep saying, thank you, make more circles. And every time you've made a circle and you notice your circle's not perfect, you fill in the gaps with these little tiny bubbles. And you just say, thank you. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you just keep saying, thank you. Sometimes it's hard to come up with what you want to be grateful for because maybe like, I'm not having it. I don't know what to be grateful for. So we did this again on our event. The thing that I tell people that the easiest way to remember is if you have had a child and you held that baby for the first time in your arms, what did that feel like? What did this baby smell like? When you looked into that baby's eyes and your heart just went, oh my God, thank you. I've never had kids. My thank you is with my dogs, right? So when I first got Bizou, when I first got Ollie, when I first got Sebastian, and when I first locked eyes with those little dogs, my heart just went, oh my God. Like there's awe and reverence. So whatever your story is, maybe it's seeing something in nature, maybe it's an encounter you had with somebody. Just that is a way to tune into a memory, a sense memory that you can repeat. So you can put that on repeat while you do this, but remember that you have set an intention. So you're going, that's the feeling I want to rehearse. So it's not like I'm rehearsing seeing my dog, but I'm rehearsing that feeling. Once I remember that, then I'm like, oh, I know how to do this, right? So yeah, for any of you struggling a little bit with what to be grateful for, that's what you go. It's not the what, it's the feeling that you want to go over and over and over again until you are stupefied in gratitude. All right. Yeah. So now,
can I just say this is a lovely exercise, and after our online book launch, when we did all those gratitude bubbles, and one of my students, she came, she's like, you know what, this was amazing, and I've never paid much attention to gratitude and to that feeling, but that was amazing, and something stirred inside her, and this is such an amazing exercise, and there's so much more in the book.
And it's so sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say there's so many drawings in the book, and literally I get so many messages saying thank you so much for this book. It is so amazing.
So we're almost at 30 minutes. So here's what we would love to invite you to do. Please show us your drawings. Like when you finish it, we will finish ours and then post them. And they are always going to look a bit funky in the beginning. It's not the point to make them look great in the beginning. It's just to get the feelings on the page. And then you go over your circles. They can overlap like this. Here, let me show you. Here's another one. I'll show you this. So this can overlap. Then you put little ones in between and fill up your page with gratitude circles for your intention coming true now, right? Feel that feeling now. So then color them in according to how you want to. I love to highlight those frequency lines to remind myself that, right, I am in relationship to a power greater than myself. I am manifesting with the higher power, just like what the Oracle card said, right? Anyway, thank you, Anna. This was fun.
Thank you. That was lovely.
If you don't have Wisdom of the Oracle, get it together with The Art of Manifesting. It's 10-year anniversary. Yes. And go ahead.
So nice to combine the two. It is. So I always do. My students will say, so often I do. And at the end, I'll pull the cards. So it's the two.
She was like,
together really
pulling
well.
my cards, and I'm like, well, it might be me you're looking for. I'm hiding in the background going, you know, I think you're manifesting moi. And for you, so we want a relaxed experience. We want you to learn to be in surrender mode and recognize that some days you're going to try and go, where is it? Why isn't it there yet? It will happen. And that's okay, because that's part of that chemicalization where inside us, we get rearranged a bit. So it's okay. There is no blame. You never blame yourself for things not happening fast enough, for things not happening in the form that you want, because sometimes they take a while and different things come first, like a detour or whatever. But I will tell you this, every single time that I have done something like this, even if it's taken years, but most of the time, that's why I like to start a little small. Like we were looking for our apartment office, my office in Toronto. And I think we told the whole story, and I using this exact method in the drawing a few days later, there it was, perfect office space, perfect place if we have to stay over. I mean, it was perfect. A perfect condo. It was just perfect. And we were perfect. So we actually drew ourselves together. And we kind of were already doing the method without actually getting together to make the method. It was kind of interesting. So we channeled it for you. We believe that Spirit gave us this gift, right, Anna?
Yes, I think so. I think this book was totally channeled for a reason. And I really believe that it was given to us to give it to you and to change so many lives to the better. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, no rules. This has to flow. It's going to be beautiful because you made it. And let yourself flow. Don't put any too harsh ideas in your head. Don't look for perfection. You know, you can round out lines. You can leave them the way they are. Do it the way you want to do it and make it the way you want to make it. And that's all that counts. You want freedom. We want to get our agency back. And that's what this is for. Love you all so much.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye. You'll see.